Welcome, everybody, to Shenanigans. That's the game that we're playing today. How are my two favorite players doing today?
Good. Yourself?
Fantastic. Awesome. Good. So, well, it's been like 3 or 4 weeks since we played Shenanigans. What's up with you guys? Anything new going on?
Nothing really huge here. I gotta say, I watched the show before this, and there was a lot of stuff I liked about it, but I feel like there were some I just gotta say there were some big problems, and I know chat wasn't bringing it up. I think we were all feeling it.
You're gonna criticize the brand new show that just launched an hour ago? And tell me what I did wrong?
I think it's like really big and needs to be kind of dealt with.
Well, all right, tell us what's going on.
Okay, so
please explain.
Where were the fonts? That's all I can say.
The what?
4 hours in to Age of Serif, no fonts or anything. I was expecting maybe Neil likes old school stuff, so maybe it's gonna be they're gonna be Arial, trying to overcome Courier and Times New Roman. And then when you were then you were making them buy reading and writing, I was like, how can a show about fonts make them, oh my God, the characterization. What if some of these characters couldn't read or even appreciate the fonts?
Fonts?
And they didn't come up at all. It's, okay, I don't want to be that guy, but it's not Serif, it's Serif, actually. Didn't want to be that guy. You were
Strife, S-T-R-I. Strife. Not Age of Serif.
Wow.
I think you need to rewatch that through a new lens. But I appreciate I did add a calligraphy non-weapon proficiency that no one decided to take. No one wanted to be a calligrapher.
There aren't any other big shows right now.
You want to do a calligraphy-based D&D show?
Like the Death Note.
It'd be filling a niche.
You would be filling a niche. Yes. That is one of many niches which has not been filled. We could also do a dusting D&D game where you have to make attack rolls to get the dust bunnies out from under the bed.
It could kind of build out on the possibilities from the Shadow World episode of Shenanigans.
Good.
The mopping and then the dusting. Actually, since you dust before you mop, it could be a prequel. You could do 3 prequels to that episode. And they could be really bad, but people would still watch because they were such loyal fans of that mopping episode that they would stick to it and try to convince themselves of the parts that were okay, were actually really super good.
Michael, just hold on. It'll get better. Just keep watching.
Well, I'll take it under advisement. I'll bring it up with my committee. In the meantime, Millman, how's it going?
Pretty good. Lately, I have been trying different streaming things. So, I've been streaming on Facebook, straight to Facebook. That's a thing. And I'm getting crazy reach. I think I reached 4,000 people in 4 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, and I had a throughput of 400 people. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's crazy good for my low-end stuff. So I was like, this might be a thing.
There might be something to Facebook streaming.
Yeah. Because they when you have to pay for a sponsored ad or whatever, so it turns up on everybody's feed, they do that automatically. You pop up on the top part of everybody's feed that you know. And if they're watching, it'll pop up on their top part of their feed.
So it kind of spreads like wildfire.
Yeah, and you don't have to pay for it, and you don't have to do anything because they're just trying to push Facebook streaming.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. What have you been streaming?
I was playing The Forest. I I made a server one day randomly, and I just decided to start building. But I built a really bad like base right next to the plane, which was right next to their tree, like the sacred tree. So the cannibals are constantly trying to get in or walk past, and then every time I played, we would have random people just sign in and start helping me cutting down trees and stuff. So I make this huge fortress on the edge of the cliff, and there's like half the trees in the area are missing because they didn't regrow.
So you're playing a deforestation game?
Pretty much. Like, I think half the forest is missing, so it should really be called the plains.
I haven't even heard of the forest.
Oh, really?
No, I don't.
Check it out.
What type of game is it?
It's a survival. I'd say survival horror. You're on a plane with your son, and then something happens. The plane crashes, and you wake up. Like it shows a cannibal taking away your son, like a tribal man taking your son, and then he picks himself up, and it's obviously the next day, and there's like the random plane axe that's hanging out of a woman. You use that and gather resources, and you're looking for your son, and like it takes you through their sacred caves and their stuff. Goes from there.
And it's multiplayer?
Yeah, you could. I found I think it's a maximum of 8 per server, and you just click create a server and it joins. It's pretty good.
Cool.
The stability.
Well, let's talk Shenanigans.
Yes.
Both of you guys are in Shenanigans. Oh, before that, let's refresh our characters. Who are each of you playing? Rob, who are you playing today?
I'm playing Niarb, who is again the simple, humble kobold. There's really nothing very special about him, as has been noted. D&D has basically said, fuck kobolds, and given them all negatives, almost nothing in their corner. And, because I'm all about RP and not min-maxing my characters, I decided to go with the humble kobold. And show a little kobold love.
Right. Not min-maxing at all. Fantastic. And Millman, who are you playing?
I am Leo, the mighty fighter who believes he is a master thief.
Believes but isn't actually?
Oh no, he has no talent at all at stealing. He's just, I am a great thief. Dex of 12, intelligence of 11, I can do anything.
All right. So the two of you guys are hanging out in Shenanigans, just sitting around at the table. Desmond's over there pouring some drinks. Little Layla's running around, bringing food to and fro. Lizzie has brought in some boar from outside and is arguing with Borsch in the kitchen about the best way to prepare it. Borsch says that it should just be boiled. Lizzie's telling him that you don't boil all the meat. If you boil meat, it becomes bland. And Borsch says, no, you gotta boil it. That's the best way. Or eat it raw. So it's a lively day in the bar. All of your other friends are off doing something else somewhere else. What are the two of you doing?
Drinking. Upset that I have no work and nobody wealthy to try to call work.
Well, Niarb doesn't really drink. He just kind of seems to be underfoot running little errands and stuff like that.
And Bessie's milk.
Yes.
Oh, sweet Bessie's milk.
After a while, when he notices that Leo's the only person here of the regulars group.
Uh-huh.
All the less expendable people aren't here.
Less expendable? Does that mean they're more valuable or less valuable?
Leo, yes. I see potential. Given what's happening. This could be perfect. I'm gonna write a note. Again, I guess I have paper and all that stuff. Because I have no strength, so I only bought incredibly light objects. So,
A 1-inch pencil. And
so I write a note. It says, I am looking to acquire the services of a master thief. Discretion is, of course, the watchword. If you are interested, meet me in the stables behind Shenanigans at midnight. Then I sign it X. And then at some point, when he's distracted or like trying to flag down, another drink or something, I'll like slip that onto the table in front of him and mosey away.
Leo, can you read?
Yes.
Do you have a reading and writing proficiency?
let's have a look. I didn't actually study my sheet. Let's have a look. Reading and writing. I do not see reading and writing.
So, you're looking at the bartender or something, and when you look back, there's a piece of paper sitting in front of you on the table, and you have no idea what it says.
I pick it up, look at it, and I look around. And I put it back down and slide it to the other side of the table as far as I can. And I just stare at it and drink real slowly, waiting for somebody to come past. And then somebody comes past and be like, "You left your piece of paper."
No, sorry, that's not mine.
Are you sure? You should read it and tell me to find out.
He looks at, it looks like words.
I seem to have underestimated the expendability.
I don't read very well. I hit things with my club, he says, pulling out this like embroidered piece of wood that's got all these like bronze rivets all over it.
Oh, that is glorious. What a mighty weapon.
Mm-hmm. It's my thumper. I like to thump. I don't do too good with the letters. I can draw you a picture though. You got
That's cool. That's cool. You should draw me a picture.
Yeah? Do you got some ink?
And I'm looking around. Is there like...
No, don't worry. Don't worry. Hold on. He pulls out a little knife and pricks his finger and then starts drawing from pricking. And pretty soon the paper's obscured. The ink is long lost. And he's got this little picture of a goblin going, "Ah!" And then a thumper club hitting him on the head. "Ah!"
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's great.
It's pretty good. Anyway, good luck finding the owner of your paper.
Thank you. And he's just sitting there, like, so happy with himself. He's like, propped it up on like the whatever's on the table, like an empty glass, just staring at it, like, that's way better. Something I understand. Thinking to himself, just drinking away.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I've underestimated the expendability of this one. Fine. I'll go up. Mr. Leo?
Yes. Accent change randomly.
Somebody was asking for who was the best thief available, and
interesting.
I told them it was you because he said he had a really special job that only the most brilliant thief could pull off. So I thought of you. He said that if you were interested, you were supposed to meet him in the stables behind Shenanigans at midnight.
Great. I'll get right to it. And I just smash down like pretty much the whole drink and just start like trying to get my stuff and get ready to go out because I'm completely overexcited.
I think you can't get right to it. I think you have to wait
He's a
about
million miles
19
away.
hours.
Super excited. Just drops everything. Heads out the door and then like realizes it's like daylight.
Oh.
And he's like, damn it. And goes straight to the bar and he's like, drink.
All right. You guys can just wait until nighttime if you want. Is there anything else either of you would like to do during the daylight hours here?
I didn't need anything else. I just needed people to be away and to have some privacy.
No, I think I'm fine. Do I have any money? Money. No, I don't have any money. So it's, I need some thieves' tools. I might go to the market.
All right. You can get some thieves' tools. There's 30 gold. They weigh 3 pounds. You're a fighter, so you don't really know how to use them.
No.
But that's okay.
Because he's like, I know, thieves have tools. Everybody knows thieves have tools.
You know, if I was law enforcement, it seems like I would just put somebody to be on duty near wherever you buy thieves' tools.
You would just go.
Just watch who buys
the
them.
smith.
Well, it's not like there's like thief tool stand. Come here and buy your illegal thief tooling thief tools. It's, you know, you gotta get them from someone that's a little bit shady who knows what's going on, or you pose as a locksmith and like, yeah, I'm a locksmith. I need to buy my, you know, these things for lock picking. You know, you don't display yourself as a buying something illegal, right? I mean, you could set up a sting where you could try and sell thief tools and then follow the person around.
Yeah, so I'm buying these Bitcoins so I can donate to charity anonymously.
Okay. So, during the day, you're going to go out and try and find some lock picks and that sort of thing. Niarb, are you going with him?
No, I'm going to let him do his thing.
Okay. What is your source for finding lock picks?
I have no idea. So he's just going to walk around the market. Yeah, it's going to go bad. Like, I know, but he has no idea.
All right. So you're walking around the market. Well, let's just roll some dice. Let's let the fate side things.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, beautiful. All right, so you're walking around the market, and there's a guy. He's selling cheese. Talking about his Gouda. He's talking about his provolone. He's talking about all sorts of different cheeses. That's pretty much the extent of cheese in my mind, actually. I'm not very well versed in cheeses here. And as you walk by, he goes, Hey, Mr. Dwarf. I know dwarves love cheese. You must like a good leek cheese, don't you? Huh?
Indeed.
Come here. Let me show you my leaky cheese. Come here.
Yeah, all right. I'll approach. Where's your cheese? Stop holding out on the cheese.
No. Here. It's in this. And then he leads him real close, going, Hey, you looking to buy any halfling's feet or elf ears?
Nah, I'm good, son. Give me the cheese.
Well, there's no such thing as leek cheese, but you look like a man who's looking for something, and I know a guy who knows a thing about halfling feet and elf ears. Yeah.
No, I'm after thieves' tools, man. Thieves' tools.
Oh, so some lockpicks? I got a guy that's got some lockpicks too. They're a little pricey though. You got the dough?
I got some dough. Oh, wait, I'm not a baker.
Yeah, you got the cash, the metal, the coin.
Yeah, I've got coins.
Good.
Like, shake the bag.
All right. Why don't you meet me behind the blacksmith's house in 20 minutes? All right. Don't be seen. Don't be followed.
All right.
He goes back to hawking his cheeses. Talking about his should really know more cheeses.
Brie, Camembert.
There we go. Talking about his bries and his cheddars and his Camemberts.
Yeah, Camembert. It's like brie cheese.
Camembert is a cheese?
Yes. Well, we have it here.
All right. I'll believe you. I'm not a big cheese guy myself. So, 20 minutes later, you find yourself behind the blacksmith shop, and the cheese vendor is stretching out the hallway. It's like, all right, and kind of says to no one in particular, I'm gonna go take a piss. Hey, could you watch my stand? Make sure nobody takes any of my cheese. The guy next to him gives like a nod. Yeah, sure, whatever. He slips back into the alleyway behind the blacksmith shop. He goes, so, you're looking for some lockpicks or some grappling hooks or some sword canes, or what sort of tools are you looking for?
Lockpicks. Just lockpicks today. So what you got?
He moves aside what looked to be like a full barrel that would hold water in case of a fire, but it's empty. Kind of shoves it aside, and down below in the ground there's a little hole with a box. He pulls out the box, opens it up, and there's all sorts of things in here. There's like some long pointy ears nailed to one side. There's like 3 feet, 2 left and 1 right, nailed to the other. There's a couple of small pieces of leather wrapped things in stacks. I have a whole list of these things. Where's my list? I need my list.
Here are a few of my favorite things.
It's not the right box. Here we go. Here's the economics. Where his other illegal... What other illegal...
Can I see over his shoulder while he's rummaging through the box?
Totally. There's what looks to be a couple of dried out livers or kidneys or stomachs or lungs or some sort of weird organ that's all dried out. But he moves all these aside and pulls up one of these leather cases.
Before he turns around, the moment I see he's picking up something to obviously offer it to me, I'm going to club him over the back of the head with the side of my axe.
Make me an attack roll. Let me see if he's surprised by this or not. Yes, totally and completely surprised by this action. So give me an attack roll at +1 for surprise.
All right.
And I think we're going to have to change the music all of a sudden.
Does that work?
With a slash.
No, I've got the slash. Is it forward or back?
The normal type of slash.
That one?
That one. /. Yes.
+1?
Yeah, like RD20 +1. Like that.
Alright, cool.
Whoops.
Beautiful.
There you go.
7. Oh, horrible.
Horrible miss. You swing with your battle axe, but you swing before he stands up all the way, and the axe just like thwaps into the side of the building next to him. He drops the leather thing with a shriek and goes for the dagger at his side, and now you need to roll initiative. D10 plus your weapon speed.
Alrighty. And weapon speed is...
This is not looking good.
Oh no, it's going to go horribly. That's perfect. Because technically I've got the moral high ground if the guards come.
You do. But what if he kills you?
Oh well, it was fun. 7.
D10
It's all
plus
about
7.
the adventure. It's not the outcome.
That's true. That's very brave of you. I like that point of view. Can you roll me a D10 plus in weapon speed or whatever?
Not great
7?
Outlook for the show in the first 5 minutes, but
Ooh.
Nice.
All right. Despite that being very quick, he does go first.
Okay.
He takes
Obviously.
his dagger, turns, and tries to plunge it into you. What is your armor class?
My armor class is 17.
Rolls a 15. Let's see. Your armor class should be on the lower right side of your sheet.
Yep. 17.
Oh! Alright, so he goes to stab you and you parry the blow. As he does this, he goes, "You traitorous bastard! I thought we had a good deal here!"
Well, I need them, and I can't afford them. Just go for another swing.
Alright.
So we'll roll d20. 18.
That is definitely a hit. That actually clears by 5. That is a critical hit. Please roll me 2d8. Probably like +2 or something for your 2d8 +2.
All right, 12.
Does he have high con? Doesn't have high con. He's unconscious right now, and that just
Oh,
won't
perfect. Perfect.
do. No.
Oh, did I just kill him?
15 con is +1 to HP, so he's got 1 HP left. But you don't know that. So you give him a mighty thwack to the midsection. He starts to cough up blood. His face goes pale. He looks wide-eyed. He needs a saving throw versus step to avoid any critical effects. 4 is a failure. Can you please roll me a d10 for location and a 2d4 for severity on your critical hit?
1d10. And oh, come on.
No, almost. That's it's close to a d10. Let's try that again.
Wrong one. Come on, fingers. It's too early for me. 8.
8 is... And the 2d4 is the important one here. High is good for you and bad for him. 5. 8. So you actually hit him in his arm. His left arm... he doesn't have anything in that hand, but you, like, cut through the arm. You feel your axe stop as it hits bone. And we roll initiative again. The sketchy cheese vendor / black market dealer. Actually rolls slow on his initiative.
8.
You go first.
Well, I don't want to kill him, so I'm just going to punch him in the face.
All right, give me a roll to hit. Flat d20.
Flat d20. There it is. 10.
10 is a miss.
Damn.
You give a swing at him, and he runs. He just turns and runs. You have your axe in your hand, so if you want to make an attack at him with your axe, you can, but it would be a lethal attack.
Screw it. I've got a hand axe. I'm just throw it at him. I don't want him to get away.
All right, make
He's
us
an
a
evil
roll.
doer.
+2 for back attack. No, it tumbles, falls a little short, and he's out the alleyway and into the market, holding his arm, his badly bleeding arm.
Okay. Well, I'm going to turn to the box, and what do I find in it?
You find a whole bunch of weird stuff in this box.
Okay.
As I said before, there's a bunch of ears, like long pointy
organs
ears.
and
There's
stuff, yeah.
3 hairy feet. There's like these a couple of dried out internal organs. A bunch of leather wrapped things, which when you unfold the one that he had pulled out, look like thieves' tools.
I'm going to pocket the thieves' tools straight up.
Okay. There's like a ring. It's just like a plain silver ring.
Okay. I'm going to hold on to that.
That's about it.
Okay, well, I'm going to take out the 2 things I want and pocket them, and then I'm going to take the box to the nearest guard.
All right. Walk out of the alleyway into the market. There's a couple of guards standing around keeping an eye on the market, making sure that nothing sketchy happens.
Yeah.
Apparently they're not effective guards because they completely missed this altercation in the alleyway.
Yeah, and he's run out completely, like, mangled, and nobody noticed.
No, he blended right into the crowd. He's a good
He's
thief.
a merchant, so...
So the guard sees you walking over with this box in hand. Goes, I'm not buying anything. Not buying anything.
No, there was a shady character in the alleyway. He seemed to offer me illegal goods, like elf ears and stuff.
What? Someone's
Yes,
selling elf ears? Not on my watch.
I tried to stop him, but he got away. He was the cheese vendor over there, and I point towards the cheese vendor. I just want to give you this box. I don't want it.
The guard opens the box, sees the elf ears, the halfling's feet, the dwarf livers. His eyes kind of go wide, and a little bit of color drains from his face. He goes, "My God, this was here in Berkshire?"
It was.
He quickly shuts the box, leans in close, and says, "Don't you tell anyone about this. This sort of thing is big business, man. If anyone knew that this sort of thing was going on under the surface, I could lose my job. We could all get fired."
well, silence isn't cheap. Like, could you help a brother out?
What were you doing talking to this guy in that alleyway?
Well, he was offering me strange cheeses, and he said, "Oh, just meet me over there, and I'll show you some of the other cheeses I got." And I was like, "For sure. Look at me, I'm a simple dwarf. I just wanted cheeses from home."
Why don't you give me a charisma check?
Okay. Alrighty. D20. Do I add anything to it?
D20 plus your charisma.
Oh, so just add straight charisma, or is that bonuses? Alright. 28. Maxed out.
He nods, reaches into a pocket, pulls out 5 gold coins, presses them into your hand, and says, if you tell anyone about this, you won't live to see the light of day. Keep it hush.
You just bought a humble dwarf a bit of gold. A bit of beer. Thank you.
All right. He takes the box, looks around, walks over the cheese vendor spot, takes a little bit of Gouda, puts it on the box, and runs down the main thoroughway.
Oh, I should grab some cheese too. I'm gonna grab it. There's no one watching it except the guy next to it, who's obviously like watched this guard. So I'm gonna walk over and grab a couple of things of cheese and walk back to the.
Hey! The guard can take that, but you can't. You gotta pay. You gotta pay for your cheese.
Okay. And I'm just gonna leave a couple of coins. I've got 35 silver. I'm just gonna leave like 5 silver. I think that should be heaps.
He looks at it and shrugs, goes, "All right, that's fair. And goes back to selling his fish.
All right, I'm just gonna be like marching back to Shenanigans, like biggest grin on my face, just chewing on cheese.
You get back into Shenanigans. Neorb, what have you been doing while Leo has been running around outside, getting into all sorts of trouble?
I've got nothing to do except, wait for midnight and just think about how much I hate Chad Smuggington. But that'll make more sense later.
Chad Smuggington?
Chad Smuggington.
Oh, I love those random name generators. Oh, so good.
All right. So, why don't we actually just roll into the evening where... Neorb, are you following Leo to the back alley, or are you going to meet him in the back alley?
I told him in the stables.
Stables,
Yeah.
right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the stables.
Are you meeting him there, or are you, walking with him there?
I'm going to watch until he goes and then show up.
All right. So that evening, you guys go out to the stables in front of Shenanigans.
Behind Shenanigans.
The stables are in front.
Oh, okay. In front of Shenanigans.
Yeah. The two of you end up meeting in the stables.
Could I get there earlier and stand in the dark?
Yes.
Like shady movie stuff. Like you can't see him at all. Like he looks around and he's looking at where the light stops and he's like, "Do I stand in the light? No, that's everybody will see me. That's not shady enough. I'll stand in the dark. Yes, that's perfect." And I stands in the dark right by the door.
Nice.
Like, the entrance of the stable. So as anybody comes in, he can just be like, "I'm here," and startle them. It's gonna be great.
So, Neorb, you see Leo go out there. You wait a few moments and go take whatever route that you get there. Walk into the stables.
Well, as I'm coming up, because I need to make sure no one's around, I switch to infravision and do a heat scan here. Or is it low light vision?
Scan.
Is low light vision, or it's not?
It's low light vision, but I like the notion of Neorb turning on his heat vision and looking around.
Makes that little electronic tone. All right, do a scan. Okay, and I walk in. Since, for all intents and purposes, he's not standing in shadows. Therefore,
not for you. You've got the low light vision. You can see him standing in the shadow. No problem.
You're welcome, Leo.
Where's the shady guy? You're not a shady guy. Do you want some cheese?
Oh, you might be surprised. And yes, I would love some cheese.
All right. I was like, well, come on
I
then.
feel as if
I just sit down at your level.
Might have been a mouse, but I'm not sure.
I'm going to sit down like in the middle of the thing, just like break you off some cheese. Like, well, come on then.
Leo, I don't reveal myself to everybody, but I have interests in this town. I have goals that I want to accomplish. And to accomplish that, I'm going to need money. And when I thought of the most expensively skilled thief around, I thought of you, naturally.
Oh, you're too kind. I know you're lying. You're too kind.
Yes, I have the ultimate robbery in mind, the ultimate heist, if you will.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
As you know, no doubt from all the hullabaloo about town, is it Hogwarts or Warthogs or
Hogwarts.
We're just calling it Hogwarts straight out?
Woghorts?
Hogwarts.
Yeah, it's Woghorts.
Okay.
Yeah, because we can't get copyright claimed, right?
Right. It's Woghorts School of... I don't remember. I'll have to ask Patty what the original name was. It's long forgotten.
As you no doubt have noticed, Woghorts is gearing up to host the most handsome man competition coming up in just 2 short weeks. Most likely because the 2-time winner, favored 20-1 by the bookies to win this time 3 times in a row, is one of Woghort's own students, Chad Smuggington. I hate him.
It's a bit heavy.
Well, he deserves to be hated. It's only because of his money. His mother, the Lady Smuggington, first paid to have a wish cast to raise his charisma to 18. Not his charisma, his hotness. Then
This man
he
sounds
paid
so pretty.
for a permanent polymorph on his abs to give each of his abs their own 6-pack. The whole Tesseract effect that can't be beat. He's just the worst. I mean, if he was like just...
What a glorious man.
No, he only looks glorious. Did you know that his major at Woghorts is literally, no exaggeration, beating up 80s Ralph Macchio.
Wow.
That's his major.
What a great guy.
I hate him. Just skating by on his mother's money. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. He's favored to win. But the important thing is, it brings us here. It brings the most handsome man competition here to Woghorts. And it means people will be traveling in and out. Now, this seems to me like the perfect opportunity to get our way into Woghorts and steal the staff of MacGuffin.
What is in it for me?
I don't have to tell you how powerful the staff of MacGuffin is, or all the things it can do, or how valuable the staff of MacGuffin is. I think that goes without saying.
Then I put my hand on your shoulder. But what am I getting paid?
We
know you don't have any money.
We know that I don't have any money.
Well, you're like me, and we let around Shenanigans a lot, and we all broke. So you're broke.
The rest of you are broke.
Well, I'm not broke. I made 5 gold today.
Let's say I recently acquired a small fortune from election.
Oh, I missed the election. it was a bender, but I missed the election. Who won?
I did.
Really? Well, this place is
Well, I met my fundraising goals anyway.
good man, good politician. I'll vote for you. Make that money from other interests.
Now, before we continue going over the plot, we need to stop, go home, meet up in the halls of Hogwarts, and to continue this conversation as if no time has passed while striding down the halls as we give our exposition. It changes the scene and makes the exposition less boring. Shall we meet in Hogwarts, walking down the hallway stridently in 8 hours?
Okay.
Well, okay, you can't just walk into Hogwarts, guys. Like, that
That
place
was
is
actually
defended.
my
You know,
plan.
you need
Arrive, and then we'll take the tour.
they don't.
Would I know that it's suspended in the air?
It's not suspended in the air.
It's not suspended in the air.
Why can't it be something cool like that? Because then it would make it a lot harder for me, and I'd enjoy that adventure.
No, it's just a tower and a campus. You can walk around the campus grounds, but the inside of Hogwarts is, it's got a locked door and a guard on it, and they only allow students and staff in and out.
All right, so we'll just walk around. There's no tour we can take?
Maybe during the daylight. I think they probably offer tours on like the
that's
second
what I
Wednesday,
meant.
the second Tuesday of every month.
That's tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. Fancy that. All right, so you guys gonna tour Hogwarts tomorrow morning?
Yes,
yes.
continuing the exposition.
All right.
Because exposition for a good heist must include one change of scenery where the heisters are walking through the target.
You gotta canvas the joint.
Yeah, we're gonna canvas where we're gonna be.
Right.
See what we need. We're gonna see the security, get the layout. I understand this. I've
right.
heard a lot of bardic tales of heists.
All right.
So
Why don't we
need
actually
to
take
make-
our break here,
Okay.
and we can come into the exposition in Hogwarts on the other side of the break. See you guys in a few minutes. Bye-bye.